Yet? No.
Mike.
That might be
I
me.
don't know. Fuck, how am I not getting fucking... It should be this one.
Yet? No.
Mike.
That's us.
Fuck, how did it pick up that? I've got to turn this off. So I don't want that. I want... where is it?
It's on your... You wanted to test. Hello?
It's going to pick up.
Testing. Nothing.
It's always a delay too on that. There's a 20-second delay. Far out. So it should be this one. This is what it should be. Fucking hell, man.
You wanted to test. Hello?
It's going to pick up.
Testing. Nothing.
For just our voices. It's always a delay too on that. There's a 20-second delay. But it's not doing all the music and stuff.
Don't know.
might turn it off again.
This is what it should be.
It's got a lot of static too.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't get it. Where's the music? This is the output. Like,
I don't know. I don't. We've got how long?
not long.
Yeah. 1 minute, and I need multi-stream.
Oh, because it's recording us through this crap box,
Oh,
not through
shit.
this.
Can you pause? Increase the timer, please. Go. Quickly increase the timer. And I need multi-stream on the chat.
Can you type? Just
Multi-stream gives me nothing. It's only YouTube.
you just tell them. Oh, we've got audio issues.
Yeah, I've got to sign in. Switch out.
Where'd that just go? Where did it open?
And see, I can't see Facebook either.
What's it doing? Update. Yeah, good one.
I'm just saying I need both.
Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. I don't even know what it's doing. Come on. What's that? What is that? God damn it. What's it doing? Everything's going wrong. What's it fucking doing? Just,
Can we sign into chat?
I did.
Oh, so then I've got to chat down the bottom there.
Just quickly say. No, yep.
Oh, why did it not type sorry when I wrote the whole thing in?
I don't know. I had it on my computer. I had it all synced and it seemed to fucking work. Now, nothing. All right.
And it cuts off the chat too.
Yeah, because normally it'll be like this.
Oh yeah. I need to get Facebook up there too.
I need. Yeah, it's got.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
that's
Okay.
cool. So that's multi-stream.
Alright, cool. And how do I scroll as well?
So yeah, that's just YouTube.
For YouTube. Doesn't
Maybe it doesn't scroll until it fills the page or something. All right. Anyway, back to this problem.
It is full. Yeah.
All right. So I don't want desktop audio. I'm pretty sure.
We wanted to test. Hello. Testing. It's old. Nothing.
It's just our voices. It's always a delay.
And it cuts off the chat too.
Yeah, because.
Yeah. Facebook up there too.
So audio should be off.
Turn our audio off for a second.
All right. So yeah, desktop off. That's off. The music.
And how do I scroll?
It's just picking us up through this piece of shit. So why will it not send the music in? So think about it. This is going external. I've got.
Alright, anyway, back to this problem.
It is full. Yeah.
Alright,
So that should be
I don't want
part of
desktop
music.
audio, I'm pretty sure.
We wanted to test. Hello. Testing. It's horrible.
Coming through the fucking computer.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'm getting audio. So it's definitely this thing. So I need to find a new mixer.
Facebook up there too.
So audio should be off.
Turn our audio off for a second. Audio wasn't off when you said audio should be off.
Because it's filming, recording through this bloody thing. Like it's pissing me off. Right, stereo default. What is the default? Like
Disabled. Plus disabled.
second audio device.
No, the first one. Can you go desktop audio device disabled?
Here.
Yes.
Why do you want to
Because you want
disable?
your own audio coming through.
No.
So
That
God, that sounds horrible. Oh,
it's so
horrible.
So mic device, so desktop audio.
But it's not.
What I'm monitoring device. See,
It's not that. That's not right. Audio wasn't off when you said audio.
because it's filming, recording through this bloody thing. It's pissing me off. Stereo default. What is the default? Sorry.
Disabled. Wait, we'll just leave it in this. No, the first one, can you go desktop audio device disabled?
Yeah.
Yes. Because you want your own audio coming through. Just wait 1 second. Oh, it's, all the notifications are coming. Wait a second.
So my device, so desktop audio.
But it's not that. That's not right. It's not that.
I just don't know. So that. What? I'll do the next one then.
Try
So
default.
that's monitoring. And I'll try it here. You should have the song come through. It's just not. Why can't
Can we turn audio like sound off on here? Can I try the computer settings? Sounds off.
It seems to be the link from this to that.
How do I turn it off? Go on. Microphone, don't I? You want it off, don't you?
Whatever you do it fast.
That's the new keyboard.
Is this even on?
Yes, it's coming up and there's a green line.
Because on my computer I'm getting good audio from here.
Oh shit, I just clicked something. Sorry, this new. This is so noisy. I hate that.
Don't change too much.
Okay, leave volume up then. We don't need that volume in there.
I don't know. But it is.
I'm going to call it and just say we're not.
The NDI is working on my computer with music coming through. So it's from this
I don't know.
to this.
It's not working.
I know.
And you've got the just chatting. What's that meant to be?
Well, just chatting is, it's a template.
Oh,
So that's like a template in here.
what's it mean?
So on my computer I'm getting good audio from here.
We're going to have to reset the timer.
Don't change too much.
Okay, leave volume up there. We don't need that volume in there.
It is.
I'm going to call it and just say we're not.
The NDI is working on my computer with music coming through. So it's
I'm running out of time.
Well, we can just do it with shit.
Really?
Like,
Okay. It's
we'll
pretty
just do it
shit.
with the phone mic. That'll
The setup before was better. I need, yeah. Alright, I'll see if I can scroll this. Oh, it's not showing everyone. Right, it doesn't show everyone in multi-stream, which sucks. I've only got this little thing, whereas YouTube's got all this old stuff that's not showing me. Oh well, anyway.
So you're not multi-stream or what?
But it doesn't show me everything. It's bought me
Can you
3 of
please
them.
tap into-
Yeah, but that one's got more. See? Yeah, that's better. That must be Facebook as well. It's not, it's YouTube. Doesn't work. Right, 23 seconds. Okay.
Just apologise for the terrible sound.
Hi everyone, welcome to live Sunday Tarot. Can we turn off the timer?
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry everyone, we've had some technical issues. We're actually working through another streaming device at the moment and we're trying to sort all the sound out. I do apologise that the sound is not very good at the moment. We're hoping that that improves over time. So I've seen some chat come through. Thank you guys for alerting me about the audio as well, because we're trying to kind of get everything working. So I've got a few people coming in, which is great. Nice to see you here. I hope your week's been fantastic. So hi Mina, how are you? Hi Mariana, how are you? Hi Soulful, how are you? Kind Heart, lovely to see you here today. I'll get to the rest of you in a second. I've just got my husband touching things, sorry. Hi everyone, welcome to Live Sunday Tarot. So we also have Higher Consciousness, welcome. Yogini, welcome. And Grand Rising, lovely to see you. And Candy, how are you? And Faith and Dorella, lovely to see you. All right, so I'm going to start with you, Mina. Thank you for coming in today. So you asked a question about feelings and thoughts of Fahad towards you. Okay, so let's kick it off with a reading for Mina today. I do apologise to everybody for the sound. It is not our usual quality that we like to present to people, so I am very, very sorry about that. So today we have a very warm day here in Australia, in Victoria. It is nearly 30 degrees, so it's our summer is nearly here for us. So we have been running around, we've been trying to set up this new system and it will be right by next week, I'm sure of it. Okay, Mina, let's have a look for you today. I hope everybody's had a great week and thank you for all your patience. Okay. And you can hear the cards really loudly, I'm sure, because our audio is picking up through the computer and I am sorry about that. All right. Cut the cards into 3 and let's see what we get today. Okay. So Fahad, how does he feel about you? Okay, Mina, so what I'm getting here is the 3 of Pentacles to begin with, which talks about you trying to navigate your connection with Fahad around his family. And I feel like there might be some stuff that he's grappling with around his own family. And so trying to assimilate that with his feelings towards you has been a bit of a tricky place for him to be. So I just wonder with you guys whether there is any issues around, him trying to navigate a connection with you with his mother, because I have a mother energy around this. So I've got the Empress card as a major arcana, which goes back to mum. So it's all about that energy. So my feeling is that he sees you as potentially a mother figure for his future children maybe, and so that's pretty big. But he also has goals to have a family or connect with somebody to be a part of his family. So Mina, I don't know if he has children or if he has family in other ways that he wants to connect with you that way. But I feel as though there is something bigger between you two in regards to that. But there's definitely the elements of starting a family together. But I do feel like his mother plays a really big role in his life. And I think that actually dictates a little bit of his decision making, and actually he needs that to all work together so that everything is all connected for him. Otherwise he struggles to navigate that situation. So I don't know whether there's a few barriers around that for you, but I feel like he actually really does want that assimilation to occur. So he actually really views you in high regard. He really sees you as, very feminine, and he really loves that connection that you have together. He is dealing with family issues. Yep. Okay. But I feel like you are someone who's a really good support person for him, and he really, really appreciates the fact that you really understand and you have compassion, and that's something that's really, really positive. The Two of Wands over here in the future is saying that things will be different for you guys in the future. If you look over to the horizon where we see the Two of Wands, I feel like you guys just have some decisions to make. And I think that if you have feelings for each other, excuse me, you're going to have to look at it from that perspective that you guys have to look after yourselves. You don't have to really think about everybody else and what they want. It's about you two sometimes. So the biggest connection here is that despite what's going on with his family, it's time for you two to kind of navigate something new together. So I see the Wands as new energy, vibrant energy. And I think that it's telling you that a new pathway is about to begin for both of you. So yes, there's been some obstacles between the external energy between you two. Things are really good, but there's always external people that come in and like to cause a bit of drama or stress. So in my mind, I would say connect together. Hold your energy together and, you know, keep going for yourselves and don't worry so much about what everybody else expects or thinks. I think it's time to break the mold. So I hope that's helped you. Yeah, okay, you're on talking terms now, but I feel like it's going to get better. I feel like the Two of Wands is all about connection again, and I feel like things are improving. So keep working at it is my answer to that one for you, Mina. Thanks for being here. Hi, Dorella, nice to see you here. Hi, Faith. Lovely to have you here. Okay, so my next one is Mariana. How are you? Sorry you couldn't hear before. I really do apologise. So will Christian secrets and lies come out this month? All right, Mariana, let's have a look for you. Thanks, everybody, for being so patient with me today. It's been a very busy weekend as well. We've got the end of the year is always a bit crazy here. So we had a very, very busy fundraiser at our local show. We have like an agricultural show. It's a really big event in our town. And so that was Friday night and yesterday and a week of work in clinic. So I have been very busy. All right, Mariana, I'm connecting with you right now. Okay, just gonna move that water. I'm going to just check. No, Soulful, you haven't been skipped yet. Next, you're in line. When are you? Let me have a look. Yep, so you are after Mariana. So I have Mina, Mariana, and then yourself, actually. And it's about MF for you. So I'll get to you, Soulful. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. All right, I'm trying to do it in order of people that come in and ask questions because I feel like it's a little bit fairer if people jump on and ask a question, then I can get to you in order, and it saves me having to go over and forget somebody. Okay. Just really tapping into that energy. We don't have music in the background today like we normally do, so there'll be those weird silences and probably hearing the cards a little bit more than you normally would. But we'll get there. It's all learning. We're learning every day.
We're not working on it. It's like...
It's okay. All right. Thank you, Higher Consciousness, for your subscription. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, I'm just going to cut them into 3 and we're going to have a look for you, Mariana. Oh, okay. Lots of heavy energy around Christian here for you. So the Tower is all about things falling down. So it's a major arcana card and it actually has a whole lot of energy. So we can see straight away when we look at the Tower that there's lightning crashing through that. And people are falling out of the sky and there's lots of chaotic energy and there's black behind it, which is really heavy energy. So I think that something is falling down. I think that there is going to be some illumination coming to this situation with Farad. I think we're going to see that happening. And now I can see the Facebook feeds coming in. All right, I just need to, can you just move that out of the way for a sec? So the Tower is telling me that something, a big illumination event, something is going to occur around Christian when we're going to see things get revealed. So a flash of lightning out of the bolt of blue. So we're going to see some things come to the surface and he's not going to be able to hide from this. So the Four of Cups in the middle here is a bit of apathy on your part. So feeling so burnt by the situation that you're actually now finding a bit of peace within yourself. So I think the justice of having the truth come out is going to give you a bit of peace. There is going to be some kind of fulfillment that comes with this, and I think that that's a really positive thing for you. The Knight of Wands is very, very intrinsic about his energy. So I feel like he's not going to learn the lessons. And I'm very, very sorry to say that. But I don't think that even though the truth will come out about what has been done, and I really do feel that it will, and it is right now, if anything, he's not going to learn the lessons. And so that's a real problem, because what it means is that he struggles to actually, take on that information or that knowledge from the things that he's done and actually see himself in this. People can call him out, but he will externalize and he will blame others. I feel like there's an element of information that's been misled around yourself, Mariana, and I feel like he may have been somebody who actually scapegoated you or shared information about you somewhere. I don't know, but I feel like it's wrong. And I think that most people who are really aware of who you are and what actually happened are the ones that you need to keep in your corner. And sometimes the tower falls down a little bit to let us know who is actually real in our lives, who are the real people that we need. So that's some of the issues that I'm seeing, is that we don't always learn the lessons, and some people need to repeat those mistakes over and over, and I feel like that's what he's going to do, unfortunately. But what it's telling me is that, yes, the truth will come to the fore. Can I just see some replies there? Sorry, we're just trying to figure out some of our chat and everything. All right, yes, justice. And yes, narcissist energy is what I'm getting, because he's very much about scapegoating. So if you scapegoat whenever you've done something wrong and you can't reflect and look internally and say, I've learned those lessons, then unfortunately that cycle is going to repeat. But for yourself, I feel like there is that energy of peace inside of you that's coming. And I think that now you have that ability to be able to see the forest through the trees, and you're able to navigate this a little bit better than you have in the past. So the Knight of Wands sitting here is saying that there is somebody also in your future. And I think that's going to be a much better situation. And you know what red flags to look for now. So make sure you're very aware of those. And I would not let any of his lies enter into your soul, because what he wants is for you to go around, almost crazy making is what I feel, a bit of gaslighting here. But the message is that those lies and those deceitful things are evident, and they are on the surface. A lot of people can't see it. And yes, you need closure, but this card is all about closure. But don't ignore those things that are being offered to you emotionally. So all those fulfilling things in your life that are being given to you, that you can see as opportunities and things like that. The Four of Cups is about saying that there are other things to look forward to and to be positive about. And sometimes, he might continue to do what he's doing. He's going to continue to cause chaos and unrest all around him, kind of like a tornado. But you need to find your inner peace in the middle of that. So the message is sometimes it won't come out, the illumination, the way we expect it to. It will be quite unexpected. But in the meantime, you need to look for your peace, Mariana, and, sit within yourself and find your balance, because your best weapon against a narcissist is to be centered and successful. They really hate that. So be true to yourself and be very, very honest about that within you, because if you know that you're grieving and you know that you're upset and you're dealing with that, then I think that's the only way that you're going to navigate forward. But it is very difficult. No one's suggesting that this is easy, but I feel like you do have a lot of opportunities with love and with connection and with support from people that really matter around you. There's a lot of people that have been caught up in his lies and the whirlwind of his crap, but you don't need to. That they'll show their true colours too. So it's almost like a big clean sweep where you've got to get rid of people that don't actually matter to you. I hope that's helped, Mariana. Now it's time for Soulful's reading. Let's have a look. And no, you didn't get skipped. I would never do that, okay? All right, so I'm just going to go and see if Soulful had a question, which I'm sure you did. So that is... okay, yes, how does MF feel towards you? And I shouldn't laugh, but when I hear MF, I'm a little bit naughty. No. Hopefully he's not an MF. All right, so I'm shuffling for you, Soulful, and we're going to think about MF, all right? Okay. Yeah, that real energy of scapegoating comes through so strong in the tarot, and it's not liked in the spiritual realm. It's definitely a low vibration. But there's a lot of people out there with that narcissist energy at the moment. I feel like it's a big collective, unfortunately. And they do cause, like, it's like a tornado going through, causing destruction and pain everywhere. And they only blame everybody else. We have someone in our family, well, not related to us, but who's married into our family who's very much like that. And it's caused a lot of stress for everybody. It's been horrendous since his arrival. Okay. Not in my immediate life, don't worry. Extended family. But they create a real wavewind of energy. All right, Soulful, how does MF feel about you? How? And I love the word how because it's like, what are those? We're trying to clarify and get some more insights. All right. And I'm sorry, I have had, my husband does all the producing and I've just had him coming in, checking everything, and it's just not doing what he wants it to do today. Okay, so Soulful, I'm not going to remember if I've read for you before or sorry if it has come up before for you, but I get this feeling of nostalgia that some of these messages have come through before for you. So correct me if I'm wrong there. But what I have here with MF is that I feel like he's been through a lot of heartache. I get this real sense of pain and heartache, and perhaps you have yourself. And so the message I've got here is that he's really scared of being hurt again. And I'm really, really, really worried about that. You're welcome, Mariana. And so I think that he is really protective of his own heart. And I think that that is something that's been really, really tricky because I've got a king energy. So it's a male. That's why I'm saying his energy. So the 7 of Pentacles in the background is that perseverance that he puts into everything in his life. So lots of energy going in, lots of connection, lots of that kind of stuff. So the King of Wands is saying that he is quite a stoic figure sometimes, so very hard to read. And so for you, that can be very, very difficult because you really want to kind of enter and understand where he's coming from. But it's a very, very tricky place to be. So the 3 of Swords is saying, though, that that heartache, that pain that he's been through is really, really tricky because he's really struggling to open that up again. And so he might even push you away in little bits. I feel like he might push you away and that might feel hurtful to you. You might feel like that's, you know, why is he doing that when we've had such a great connection and everything feels like it just flows? But his stoic energy is there as protection. So we note with the King of Wands that he's got his wand sitting in front of him like an energy shield, like he's protecting himself. And he's turning his face away from looking at you because he doesn't want to have that vulnerability. So Wands energy is all fire. So it's all about that connection to, you know, really preserving that willfulness because of pain in the past. When he put effort into a relationship previously, he got very, very, very hurt. But he's also not realizing that by not connecting with you and that energy that you guys have a really powerful connection. He's actually hurting himself more in the process because he's not knowing what he's got there sitting in front of him. So it's kind of like that 4 of Cups energy that we had in the previous reading where the cup's being handed to him and he can't quite see what's in front because he's so worried about the pain. So he's living in a bit of fear at the moment. And so I feel like he really does want to connect with you on his soul level, but he really, really is struggling to open up. So my message for you would be go gentle with him. I know you have withdrawn because sometimes we also can't wait around for that energy, and that's completely understandable too. But if you're really feeling that this is a soulmate connection, you need to persevere with that slow going energy, and you need to let him navigate that very carefully. So he wants to see your perseverance and see that you're going to be there for the long haul and not break his heart. So he will actually not give you much until that kind of happens. But if it doesn't flow and he's not ready, I feel like withdrawing and doing what you've done is probably the best. If you love someone enough, let them go. And if they love you, they will come back. And so that's the energy I'm feeling here, is that, yeah, and he felt you abandoned him too and never realised that you were hurt due to his words. Yeah, and this is the cycle that I feel, is that he's not really seeing that by protecting himself so much, that he's hurting himself even more. So there's heartache all around with this situation, but that can be repaired. We don't have a major arcana card here. And whenever anyone sees that Three of Swords, it gets a little bit worrisome. But I never look at it as a major concern because it's only a 3. Remember, it's a lower number. It's not as vibrationally strong as like a 10 or a major arcana card. But what it's saying is that it's still that heartache. It's still that yearning. It's still that repetitive cycle of pain. And a lot of it is that thinking, overthinking and worrying, and you guys not really having that clarity together. So communication would be my advice. And perhaps he would respond better to the written word. So maybe writing him a message or a letter describing how you feel, because the swords are all about scribing and writing as well. So clear communication, I feel like it's been a bit of muddled communication between you two, can really reset some of this and make a big difference to how this goes. And really just summarising with clear intention how you feel about the whole situation, and that might actually help him. He's blocked you. Yeah, I even just had the vision of like a pen and paper, or maybe a friend of a friend or someone connecting for you. Yeah, and you did email him. Those words actually will get to him. Those words will actually be sitting there, but he's a slow mover. So you've done what you can do. So all you can do now is leave it to the universe's hands. And if he really, really keeps thinking of you, which I really feel he does, you're going to have to pull back. And the Seven of Pentacles is about perseverance. He's a hard one. He's a hard nut to crack. But I would actually get on with your life a little bit, even though he might still be in the back of your mind and your heart. I feel like it's better just to keep going on and just move on for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to torture and cause more heartache for yourself. And you know what's going to happen, don't you? You'll move on, you'll find a new connection, and he'll suddenly reappear and you'll be like, what do I do? That's what I feel. All right, I hope that's helped you, Soulful. Okay, I think you're going to have to leave it if you have no friends in common, or send him a handwritten letter. Keep persevering if you really want that communication. Okay, so my next one, I'm trying to see the multi-stream. I can't see that little text. So Facebook's not coming up for me, guys. I'm really sorry. But I'm going to move through YouTube today, and if I can't do Facebook's, I will get to you. I might even put up a recorded video of some of the chat that appears later. Can I just, sorry. All right, hi Yogini, how are you? All right, oh no, sorry, Kind Heart. Kind Heart is next. Is Kind Heart next? Yes. Kind Heart, you're next. Yogini, you're after Kind Heart. Okay, so how a Pisces guy feels about you. Okay. Kind Heart. I've got this new screen in front of me, and I will get better. You guys are awesome for persevering with me. Thank you. Okay, Pisces, how does he feel about you? Okay. We're trying to get that chat up for Facebook on the screen as well. If you're watching from Facebook, I'm very, very sorry if I've missed you. I will actually address you at some point. Even if I have to do some recordings and pop them up at a later date, I can do those tomorrow for you. Okay. Sorry, we just had a bit of a glitch, guys. We're back. We're okay.
We're okay.
Kind Heart, I'm glad you're here with us. No, you're so welcome, Soulful, no problem. Got the chat refreshed again. It's always when you try something new, it can be a little bit tricky, and we know this is going to work fantastic for our productions later on, but it's just getting it all set up. It's been a bit of a taskmaster. Okay, so how does the Pisces feel about you? We're going to have a look. All right, straight up, very, very positive. So I feel as though there's a playful energy around this person. And I feel like, kind heart, that this person is very much a innocent, lovely energy. But there's an intrinsic depth to this person too. So you've got that real lovely childlike energy, and it feels like there's a real connection to that playfulness. There's a lot of fun, you know, a lot of joy that comes with that. A lot of sensitivity though, can be a bit moody at times. But I feel like your energy together just blends. It's like alchemy. It just works together. And that is absolutely fantastic. And I think that there is a real positive, joyful energy here. We have the Ten of Cups, which is all about that real fulfillment energy. So I love the Ten of Cups. It's got that beautiful rainbow. It's got that promise of, you know, greenery and blue skies and just utter fulfillment. The cups are about emotion. And when we get to number 10, it's that culmination of, you know, real fulfillment and connection. And I really feel that you have this with him. I really feel that that's there. Temperance is telling me that you guys just flow. And I love Temperance. It's one of my favorite cards because it's all about that beautiful flowing energy between you two. And I feel like it just works. You don't have to try. But there's no communication, things have ended between you. I feel like things are going to get better. I feel things are going to get better. Temperance is making up. That's what I was going to get to. Is if you've had any, if you've had any disagreements in the past, Temperance is a rekindling. It's a connection with somebody, and it's a blending of energy. So coming together, you've learnt a lot in the past. I don't know if you have children together, but I feel like there is a real connection around children for you, and that's the page over here, or whether there is a childlike energy around this person. But I've got this connection with Temperance for you, and Temperance is all about, if I had somebody saying, are we going to rekindle? Is there going to be a better connection between us? Yes, there is. And so it looks better than it was before in the future. So every hard thing that you've been through, and you may have no communication at the moment, but I feel like that's going to shift. I really feel that's going to shift. So sometimes Pisces can be very deeply wounded people. They can be really affected by things, and it really hits their ego. And I think that they're very sensitive with that cup energy, so that water, that they really struggle to sometimes move on or see that other perception. And so I think for children with the, was that part of the stress between you two a little bit, that blending of energies, that blended family? Because I feel like that was part of where there was a lot of kind of misunderstandings, miscommunication, that kind of thing. But the Temperance card is saying to me that you have the ability to make this better this time. So I would just let things flow. I would just, you know, for yourself, I would actually just focus on the fulfillment side of it between you. I feel like it's really, really, really good. And I think that that would be really, really, really positive. And I think that Temperance is all about you connecting and you having that ability to really make this work again. I think what you need to both do is have some kind of communication, no talk of marriage, okay. But I feel like it's a blending of energy. I feel like there is definitely some positivity coming. So I really think that if you guys can come together at some point, it might not happen yet, this is sitting in the future, things will be so much better for you then. I really feel these two cards, if we pull them apart, the children are a big part of it, and his childlike nature can be a little bit of a challenge. But the 10 of Cups with Temperance is a really good omen about rekindling, reconnection. And I really feel as though that means too that there is that kind of forgiveness on both parts where you're going to be coming together. I know you probably can't see that now, but have faith in that and really think about where this might lead. And yes, your connection is, and it still is precious, kind heart. I really, really believe that it is. And I feel like there can be marriage in the future for you. You're not together. He wanted to reconcile with his wife. Yeah. He's going to have to he thinks of you all the time. He's not really in love with this other person. So I feel like you have the ability to really make this work. I do. I feel like the future looks different to what it does now. So I would not necessarily stress that this isn't going to be a separation forever. I feel like he's going to have to go through this journey. But then I do feel that the energy is going to come back, but it's very hurtful and painful for you. You're going to have to release that for a while and let those energies flow, because when we let them flow, the universe has a way of bringing you back together. And I really feel that's there in your future. I do. It's going to take a little while, but it's there. Okay, so please have faith in that. I hope that's helped you. Okay. So next person. Sorry, Yogini, how are you? What's the next career path for you? Okay, let's have a look. Are you here with us, Yogini, if I'm pronouncing that correctly? I am sorry if I'm not. Okay. Kind heart, it's not going to last with her. Okay, he won't be able to do it. He won't. He'll. Things will rekindle between you. I really see that. Have faith. Hard to see it now, but things work in mysterious ways. It's about breaking those molds and those things that tie us down, those traditions that aren't positive. Hi, Yogini. Thanks for being here. Okay. All right, career for you.
Is that the same spot as the mix?
All right. So I am only seeing YouTube. I do apologise, Facebook. All right. We're getting there. It's good. We're getting there. I'm actually feeling the flow now. And the sound's a lot better, I hear. All right. Just jumping on to see. Best career path. Best career path. All right. Cards are not wanting to blend today. I'm just going to get them to flow a bit. Usually means they're not ready to cut if they're jumping a bit. Okay, a couple more. All right, Yogini, let's have a look. Okay, I've got some energy with justice around like law or working with like that kind of thing, like working with research, law, that type of thing. Justice is all about legal kind of stuff, contracts even. So law, real estate, anything involving contracts for you would be a really, really interesting move. I don't know whether you're studying at the moment or you're thinking about studying, but I feel like there's a change coming up for you. And the Two of Swords is talking about feeling as though you were stuck or that you were not on the right path. And Justice is saying that that's about to shift for you. So yes, I feel like you have a really good mind for being able to do contracts, being able to connect people back to that legality stuff. You're very practical minded. You're very good at being able to logically reason and look at things from that perspective. I feel like in the past you may have dabbled in something like this, or there may be some connection to somebody that you know from your past who does this kind of work. So I feel like with the Six of Cups, the connection back to justice is maybe something that happened as well to you in your past that will bring you back to maybe trying to find some kind of justice. Computer science. Okay, yes, you're very logical. So you would be fantastic at being able to help draw up programs or do something that people are able to use, like a template software perhaps. But I feel like contracts and maybe legal stuff it's not your thing. Okay, that's okay. But when I see justice, it's all about how, not necessarily the law, but how contracts or how systems work. Okay, so it's computer very much is a logical thing, but I feel like definitely something that's a system or systematic, because you're able to create something from nothing almost and make it work for other people. So I do see you being able to do, like, even if you're someone who writes a program back for somebody who can do things like that. So from yes, I feel like it's very, very important. You want to do nutrition yoga. Can you combine the two? Are you able to utilize, because what we're seeing now in the age of Aquarius is this shift from fear of technology to being able to blend our modern world. So I feel like being able to blend something with your computer knowledge and your logical mind and make a template for that, or make some kind of connection hub or something using your digital skills to allow people to connect that way. Because something that's missing in the spiritual holistic world, and I'm a naturopath and herbalist myself, is that ability to connect digitally. So I feel like people often fear it in that space unnecessarily, and I feel like if they are using it, it's more, you know, in that whole we shouldn't be doing it type mentality. So my message is, I feel that the combination of the two, where you have a program or a template built up or some kind of an idea around getting, assimilating what you can do with your logical mind and applying that to your more spiritual essences too. Psychology could be something even more inclined with justice, because it means that you're more likely to be able to prescribe and help people and work within a paradigm. I feel like that suits you better. Yes, I'm a naturopath as well. Yeah, and herbalist. So that's my main job. That's what I do behind the scenes. But I feel like we're very spiritually connected. And if you're working in holistic healthcare, spiritual connections are very, very important. So yeah, justice to me is about you finding your balance, but it's also about you being able to jumping into, yeah, not sure how to blend the two. I feel like it'll come to you. I feel like there's some kind of a connection, perhaps someone you've known from your past that may be able to help you connect the two, or you may be able to work together, like a partnership here. So the Six of Cups is about almost that nostalgia and connections to things from beforehand. And I think that you could dive into it. And once you start to look at those options and start to tell the universe that that's where you want to go, I feel like it'll come to you. I feel like the message will be quite clear. And justice is all about, you know, you balancing those energies together. But I think it's got to be it needs to be something that you construct that's like I felt template, like something that other people can use. If you're creative with computers, you're able to use the two, and it's something that's needed. I feel like, you know, some stuff with online and with digital stuff needs to happen. Like, we've got so many elements that we use in holistic healthcare, psychology, all of those things where the digital world needs to connect us back. So I hope that makes sense for you. I know it wasn't as clear as what you were hoping, but I feel like you need to go and do that searching. You need to go and find that, but definitely blending that to those two energies. But psychology looks like a really, really interesting pathway for you. I feel like it'd be really fantastic. I feel something like that, something, because you're very, very intelligent. You need to have something that elevates your mind, but you want to do something a little bit more holistic and connected. So I think that would keep you grounded and keep you connected to the intelligent side of what you can do, Yogini. Okay, so my next one is, sorry, I'm being a little bit funny with these. All right. Higher consciousness. All right. So nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. How MM views and perceives you. Okay. How does MM view and perceive you? Interesting. Let's see. Because these things change, don't they? Connections to people change constantly. All right. Okay, well, dropped one out. Two of Pentacles. All right. Okay. King and Queen of Swords. I'll pop them back, bottom and top. Sometimes they jump out at us as a bit of a clue. All right. How does MM perceive you and view you? Okay. Okay, he thinks you're, or she thinks you're pretty exciting. They think you're very exciting. So I've got lots of excitement over this. The energy is very, very positive. So the Five of Cups sitting in the background is all about, you know, those losses that we've had in life emotionally, those things that we've had to let go of. I feel like MM has been through quite a lot, and I feel like there has been stuff that has had to be let go of. So they've had to let go of so many things that they've been holding on to, and I feel like that's been a real struggle. But the Ace of Cups, when you've come into MM's life, I feel like it's been a very positive thing. I feel like the energy has just been like a vigorous type positive energy. And the Fool is all about, wow, this is the perception that you give and the energy that you bring is so vivacious and exciting. So I actually think that you're viewed as an enigma to MM. And I think the Fool represents, you know, taking leaps of faith and new beginnings and something really exciting. So I actually think that it's more positive than perhaps you're getting led on about, because it's really hard to read people sometimes, particularly when they're trying to protect themselves or when they're not alluding to much, or our perception is a little bit different to theirs. But I feel like with the Five of Cups in the past, it's a refreshing energy to have you around. And I think that MM sees you as some potential for the future, someone to have journeys with and adventures with. And I don't know whether there's the potential for you guys to travel together, but I feel like that's come up as well. And with the Fool, it's often taking that leap of faith and going off on an adventure and doing something together. And I think that that looks really, really positive for you, higher consciousness. So I think that that might be something to look at, is, you know, jumping into a new beginning and maybe just going off and doing adventures together. That's what I'm feeling. And I see the potential as something even bigger than what it seems to be right now. You parted ways a little while ago. Yep. But the excitement was just like this turbulent, exciting energy between you two. But still you're viewed that way. Still you're viewed as an exciting part of MM's life. And I feel like that means that there's that energy that, looking at the cups that's behind, you know, there's two cups are still standing behind. The energy that's fallen over, the emptiness of that is fallen over, and looking at those and focusing on those doesn't bring that energy back that you had. So I think there's the possibility of reconnecting. I don't see the Temperance here like I did in the previous reading with that, but I've got the Fool, which is taking a leap of faith, and the Ace of Cups, which is new beginnings, new connections, and the Fool is 0, which is the beginning of a journey as well. And I feel like there is still the potential for that to occur again, but in a different way. So I don't know whether you can somehow connect again, but I feel like it looks like it's there. But what it is that both of you hold on to things a little bit in terms of things that were said, things that were done. And I feel like it's time to let go of those, because if we hold on to, you know, things that were said in the heat of the moment, or things that are done in the heat of the moment, we tend to be stuck there. And it's really hard for us to be able to move on and find our balance. So the Ace of Cups is saying, take a leap of faith. If you've been thinking of reaching out, maybe do it. If you've been thinking about, you know, doing something dramatic around this to make it, you know, to rekindle that connection, do it. Take a leap of faith and see what happens, all right? Sometimes it's the scariest thing we'll ever do, but if we don't do it, we're just going to be staring at those empty cups forever. So my message is, go and do it. Ace of Cups, take the bull by the horns and jump in. Jump in head first and see where it takes you. So I really hope that that's helped you, high consciousness. It's not going to be easy, but when you do it, you'll be like, oh, that's what I needed to do. Okay, jump in, go for it. You'll be nervous, you'll be scared. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it's worth it. Jump in head first, okay? You got nothing to lose here. Things are already broken between you, so why not jump in and give it a go? All right. Be vulnerable. Scary thing to do for us humans. Okay. I think you need to do something more dramatic, something exciting like things were before. All right. So I have Candy. No, Grand Rising. Sorry, I'm not trying to remember you, not trying to forget you. Sorry, my brain's not working very much today. My soul and my energy is, but my brain isn't because it's been very busy. All right, Grand Rising, how are you? All right. And then we have Candy, okay? All right. And I haven't forgotten you, Spiritual, either. Okay. So your question was, can I tap into FJ's feelings and intentions for you? We'll do our best, Grand Rising, and we'll see what comes up. FJ, let's see. Fingers crossed we can get into it, can't we? All right. Let's see. Oh, Two of Swords, stalemate. All right, how does FJ, what are his views, intentions and feelings? Okay. Okay, Grand Rising, I've got the Star in the past, which is all about healing. So I don't know if this was for yourself, but I feel like there was a lot of healing energy around you. And I think that there was a period of time where you've gone and you've worked on healing yourself. And I think that that took a lot of energy and it's taken a lot of time. And that's still ongoing for you. But I feel like you found your balance when FJ came into your life. What I see here is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like there may have been a connection to another woman with FJ. So can you let me know, Grand Rising, if that's true? So I've got another woman here. So the Nine of Wands is saying here that there has been some hard energy around that. So I feel like there's this other woman bang in the middle of this reading, and I feel like he has struggled to disconnect from that. So intentions wise, I would say with the Star that he's trying to move on from something, but he's yeah, okay, you're healing from the separation. Yeah, wow. Has he met somebody else? Because I feel like there's a connection there, but I feel like it has been he's also trying to navigate this, but it's not the same as what it was with you. But I feel like there is somebody who's come in. Okay, yeah. He is struggling big time. That's the Nine of Wands. Thanks for clarifying that, because I'm like, there is this other woman right in the center of things. I've got the healing over here, then this woman, and then this broken energy. And so when I see the Nine of Wands, it's all about that feeling of needing to repair, needing to connect back to yourself. And he's struggling to do that. He's been through a lot with her, and it's made him realize what he had. You know, you don't know what you've got till it's gone type thing. And I think he's really feeling that with you now. So his intentions now are that he realizes that he's not in the right situation, and that he's really feeling that he wants you. He wants to connect with you. But my message is for you is that you've done a lot of healing yourself, and I think that this energy that he's bringing in is, yes, he's learnt a lot, and yes, he comes with a different perspective, but there's broken energy here, and I just don't know whether he's actually at that stage of life where he's healed enough for you to be able to allow that energy back into your life. So my message would be that he needs to take action if he wants you. It needs to be a little bit more black and white in terms of what he wants. So whether he's going to draw the line in the sand and say, look, I need to end things with this marriage, Or is he going to actually commit and say, we need to start again? But in order for you to accept him back into your life, there needs to be predetermined energy. You need to be very sure about your boundaries, because I feel like if you don't have those, it's going to be wishy-washy, and I feel like he's not going to be able to communicate with you properly, and you need full communication. So she is the kind of spanner in the works, if you will, and I feel like he's actually realised that the grass, I don't know if the grass was greener, I'm not saying it like that, but that it's actually not, that things with you weren't necessarily as bad as he may have seemed to think they were. And yes, I would say at the moment you should move on, yes, because if you hold out for him, he's still trying to navigate this marriage, and he's still trying to work, and he's still trying to do all of these things, but he is struggling with her. But that does not mean that when he decides that he's ready to come into things, that he can just come back when he's ready. So no, I would actually let go. I know it's hard though. This has been a journey for you as well. You've worked so hard on your healing that I think by giving all your energy to him all the time is only regressing you and not allowing something new and better to come into your life. So if you can start the big job of releasing him, I feel like somebody new can come in for you. Oh, that's really, really hard for him. But he is nostalgic about things with you, and that's where a lot of this becomes entangled. And sometimes when he thinks of you, you catch that thought almost, you feel that energy coming in, because when another thinks about us or, you know, pines for us, we often feel that energy. So I think that's what you're picking up on a lot as well. It's so lovely to read for you, Grand Rising. Thanks for being here. Okay. So Candy, how are you? So yes, you can have a general for November. That's a great idea. So it's we just had the new moon in Scorpio on Saturday, so new beginnings. November is the month of a bit of chaos, I think, in a lot of people's worlds, because we have the end of the year coming. I know with 4 kids and running a business, it gets a bit hectic this time of year. We have lots of extracurricular commitments and things like that. But it is, it's nice to kind of get here and say we've nearly done 2024. We've only got a little bit to go. All right, Candy, a general November for you. And I will do 2 more after this, and then I do have to go. I've got to do a workshop this afternoon, so I will have to cut it after the 2 more. And if you have written in here and you'd like a reading, please remember to jump on Sundays and pop your questions in, and I'll get to you. Thank you so much for being here and your patience today. It's fantastic. Okay. All right. General for November for Candy. Okay, so I don't know whether you've got lots of events on, Candy, at the moment. You're so welcome, Grand Rising. So the 2 of Cups in the middle of your reading for November, I'm just going to jump here and then I'll jump around. That's how I kind of do the tarot. Is all about new connections for you. And I feel like you're making new connections. You're connecting with people, and you're forming really, really good energy. You're forming really good connections. No worries, Spiritual. Thank you. You'll be next. And so the 8 of Swords in the background, so remember we're linear, so we're reading this way, is all about that anxiety and that energy about feeling trapped. I feel like there's new connections coming for you in November. I feel like you're going to meet new people, and you're going to feel like you're able to assimilate that energy and create some playfulness and some positivity. There is a bit of pettiness, though, going on in your world, Candy. I'm sorry if I've forgotten some of the things that we've talked about in previous readings, but there is some petty energy. So I don't know whether there's people around you that are just infighting, or there's just this energy of, you know, it's just a bit difficult. And I think that that's a bit tricky, but I feel like you're forging new connections so that you can move away from that, so that you can get yourself out of this trapped energy of, you know, where you are now. So I think your situation dictates that there's going to be some change, and change is always scary. But the Five of Wands is talking about maybe some events coming up in November for you, some social events. And I think that that's where you're going to make some connections. I think that maybe in your friend group, getting out there a little bit more, well done. In your friend group, I feel like there might be some stuff that's going on between them all, and it does burn you out a little bit. So I don't know whether people are just bitchy or whether there's that energy of confiding in you because you're so easy to talk to. But I get that energy that there is a bit of that kind of not conflict in a bad way, but just that disconnect at times. But the Five of Wands is all about also playfulness, so it's not always bad. Sometimes it's like, you know, going to events and having a bit of a play and enjoying all of that frivolous energy and having a bit of fun. So I would say my advice for you in November would be let your hair down and try to relax into it a little bit and not take things so seriously. Let yourself be free, let yourself flow, because I think if you do, you'll actually have a lot more fun. But there is a connection here. So I don't know if you've met someone or if you're just navigating the waters or flirting with someone, but I feel like there is something's building there. And it's looking like it's going to be quite a positive connection ongoing through the month, very flirtatious. So I've got that energy. Oh, yeah, family. Yep, family kind of can be like friends, can't they? But there is lots of pettiness going on in your family. And I think you're the sounding board or the mediator sometimes between them all. And that's tricky. But the Two of Cups is saying there is a almost romantic connection forming too. So if you haven't met somebody, November looks like a really positive month for you to meet somebody and perhaps have a flirt energy with them. And it won't necessarily, I don't feel like it will go into a big direction yet, but I feel like you're paving the way for bigger things in the future, and I feel like it will be quite a positive connection between you two. So that's really, really exciting. And I feel like, yes, your comfort zone, you're breaking through your comfort zone. And so I feel that it is going to be hard in some ways because it's going to make your energy feel a little bit anxious provoking because you're maybe somebody struggling with some mental health stuff at the moment, with some anxiety, with some exhaustion. I feel that with the Eight of Swords there, but I feel like that's shifting for you. And I think this is going to be the start of different energy where you're going to start feeling better. So I think your energy is going to start to flow better and you're going to start to have a little bit more fun. It's okay to let yourself be and to flow and have a bit more fun. I hope that's helped you. So fun month this month, but also look out for those connections, those romantic connections, because I see one coming for you if you haven't already. Okay, thanks for being here, Candy. Now we have all right. Sorry, I'm just navigating through the chat again. All right, where did it go? What have I got next? There was spiritual. How are you going? You did say you were here too. Sorry, I've got quite a group there. So yours was, what is your soul purpose? Okay, just a nice light question for the day. I love purpose questions because our purpose is not always what we want it to be sometimes. Sometimes it finds us. I know in my own journey, my soul purpose was to be a healer, to do healing work, and I didn't know how that was going to play out. So obviously tried different things when I left school, did journalism and all that kind of stuff, and that wasn't my purpose. My purpose ended up being a naturopath herbalist, but also combining those energies into holistic healing so that it's not just about the prescriptions you give to people or the changes they make in their bodies, it's about the whole person. And so I've developed my practice over time within that purpose, and I really love that that's there for me. I'm very, very grateful for that. And so we all have a mission, a purpose in life, however humble that might be. The butterfly effect of us humans is massive. You know, we can make great change just by, you know, collectively connecting together and helping each other and doing positive things. We also have our bad days, but if we can trying and the intention is more important, I think. All right, so what is your purpose in life? Okay, let's have a look. I feel very, a lot of energy coming through here. Okay. So I feel, and I'm just going to jump in here, soulful for you, is that your purpose is navigating people through, sorry, spiritual, not soulful. There's two of you that have those kind of names. So spiritual death as a reading is all about moving on, letting go, moving on. So I feel like one of your biggest purposes here is to help people facilitate that change. So moving through grief, moving through change, moving through things that have gone. So working with those who have lost something, working with those who have gone through unsurmountable grief, perhaps. I feel like you helping them navigate those transitions is a purpose here. And I feel like it is something that you are very, very good at. And I feel like you're connected spiritual to that energy. And death sitting there in the future is saying that you transition very well. I feel like you might feel sometimes you're hard on yourself that you don't transition as well as you'd like to, but you do. And I think that acknowledging what your abilities are and knowing that you do actually have those navigation skills and you've had to learn them is a really, really tricky thing. Yeah, and I feel like it's to do with grief and loss. I feel like you're going to be intrinsic in helping people navigate those changes. And grief and loss doesn't always mean the physical death of a loved one. It can obviously mean the end of a relationship. It can mean the end of a job. It can mean the end of an era in somebody's life. It can even mean positive things like retirement and things like that, because people are shifting from one thing to another. But I feel like your role somewhere, your purpose, your connection to people is to help them transition through those changes. So I'd be looking at something like, holistic counseling, transitional energy, working with people to be able to make those shifts. And I feel like it'll come to you naturally. I feel like you're already doing some of this. I think you might not even realize how much you're helping people through this. And I think that might be paving the way for you to discover how you can do this on a bigger scale. So whether you do spiritual healings for people, whether you do those kind of connections for people, I feel that transition is very important. And I think that you're going to be able to listen. You're a very good listener. You're very good at connecting when you listen. So not just passive listening. I feel like you're very good at actively connecting. And yes, perfect. Holistic health coaching would be amazing because it's a transition. So when you think about health and doing that in a holistic way, people have to let go and they have to transition themselves from what their previous norms were and what they have accepted as truth. And so going holistic and helping people to coach them through that will pave the way for you to be able to help them through that. But you have an ability to listen, so yes, go for it. I think you should definitely reach for the stars and do that. And you're a go-getter. Once you start moving, you don't stop. So I think that when you take the bull by the horns and you move through this, I feel like things are going to be very, very positive. So death sitting there is saying, yes, you're a transitioner. You move people through hard times. And I think that when we're talking about health, I know in my business that when people are working on their health, they're going to have to let go of a whole lot of stuff, not just physically, but they have to let go of so much that they've held on to as their beliefs, as their norms, as part of their existence. And if you can coach them through those transitions, you're going to do so well. And I feel really connected with you. And when I touch those cards for you, spiritual, I felt very connected to that energy. And I know that our message today was synchronicity. It was meant to be today. So yes, absolutely for you. I would start now. Start as soon as you can, working in that space. You'd be amazing. I hope that's helped you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I have one more, and I think that was at you, Faithful. I'm just going to check. I don't want to miss anybody that was next in line because I know there's a few of you here and I don't want to. Okay, Candy B, Mina. Yeah. Sorry, my chat's a little bit different. I'm navigating it through. I'll be there. 1 second. Multi-stream. Oh, hi, Dorella. How are you? So Faith, yeah, all right. So Faith did you commented too, Dorella, didn't you? All right, I'll give you both a reading. We'll do 2 more. All right, so Faith, can you just pop a message in there with your question? Because I just can't find that. Can you just type that back in? I'm so sorry. It's a bit of a blur with this. I'm using a new thing. I'm trying to be very technical here, and I'm using a new thing, and I'm getting there. Could you just pop that in for me, Faith? Thank you. And I'll shuffle the cards for you. If you'd like a general, just pop general in the comments. Sorry. And then Dorella, I'll do one for you, and then we'll call it a day. Thanks, guys. It's sometimes the technical with the spiritual can be a bit tricky. I know that if I do a lot of readings in my practice. Thank you so much. You did write that, and I do remember seeing that comment come up, and I'm sorry that I couldn't find it when I was navigating through. Thank you for repeating it. So Jay felt after watching your recent vlog. Okay. Let's have a look at how Jay felt after watching your vlog. Let's have a look. All right. Okay. Cards are running smoothly now. It's good. All right, I'm going to cut them into 3 for you, Faith, and we're going to have a look and see. Okay. So there's a lot of energy here, Faith. So I don't know whether Jay actually feels that this vlog was for somebody else, or whether he feels that you were trying to connect to somebody else and there was a bit of jealousy on his part. But I've got the Tower, which is almost about your situation with Jay. And I feel like obviously a lot of things fell down. There was a big unexpected event between you two that caused a bit of a cascade. So what I'm seeing here is that when you put this up, he's seen this and he's felt like there was a bolt out of the blue. He wasn't expecting it. So there was information that came at him that he wasn't expecting. So he's gone and reflected on this. Okay, he's gone and reflected on this. And he feels as though there is another connection elsewhere. So my energy with that is that I think that he is, how would I put it? Not accepting responsibility would be one of the things that I see. And that's because there's perception stuff going on here. Family vlog, okay. So yeah, he's not accepting responsibility for something. So there's information that there was a message maybe for somebody else as well. And I think that he is or she is taking that energy on and looking at that as, I've got male energy, that's why I'm saying he, as that it wasn't his, like he doesn't see it the way you do. So he would just be more bogged down and probably more scapegoating than he was before. So I don't know whether there's some turbulent energy between you and Jay, but I definitely feel like there was. But I feel like it's also that there's a victim mentality coming through here. And I've got some energy around this from Jay. And I don't know whether Jay's got the victim mentality or there's somebody around Jay that has that victim mentality. And so I feel like you spread the message of positivity. You spread the message of good things. And it just almost makes this person feel like... because they want to put you in a bad light. Is there something there? They want to put you in a bad light. And so when you come up positive and you've got this really good, happy energy, they don't know how to navigate that because it proves them wrong. Does that kind of make sense? Oh, yeah, it was a birthday vlog of your nephew. Yeah, positive. So positive energy that you were sharing with the family. And I feel like you were doing just sharing honestly and openly, and you were being really real. And when you're an honest person with integrity and you share that information with someone who doesn't have that, they often will spin that to their own understanding and try to scapegoat that to make things look a little bit bad. And I feel like, yes, you being happy and being positive would make him feel possibly that there's somebody else. I don't know whether you have met somebody else, but I feel like that's the auto assumption that's going on there, that you're connected to somebody else. But I feel like it also illuminates that some of the expectations that Jay might have had are completely different than what they actually are. So unexpected is how he felt. All right. And the Tower is all about that lightning bolt out of the blue. So it would have hit him pretty hard to see you there sharing some energy and being positive and all of that kind of stuff. But the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups is saying that there's definitely turbulent energy between some males around you. And I feel like he's definitely not accepting some responsibilities that he should be. And I don't know if he ever will. Yeah, I feel that there's jealousy there. I do feel jealous energy, and I feel like that's going to make him possibly scapegoat and make things look different to what they should be. But his energy is his, and he's being negative, and it's really got nothing to do with you as a person. You just keep being yourself. You just keep being vibrant, and maybe you need to just keep doing this, sharing these energies, because it makes him see things from that perspective, that he would love to see you struggling. He would love to see you down in the dumps, which is really awful that he feels that way. But you deserve to be happy, and sharing that, to the world, sharing that with your family. He doesn't really have a leg to stand on there, does he? So the King of Cups in the future is saying that you do have some positive connections to look forward to, whether you've connected with somebody else or not. But I feel like if you have, that's a positive connection, and that's what you need to focus on. But yes, you shocked him basically, and you made him think about things in a different way. But it also, he's a bit of a scapegoat, so I don't think he'll accept responsibility. He'll just feel jealous and jaded about the whole situation. All right, I hope that's helped you, Faith. Thanks for being here. Okay, Dorella, do you have a question? If you've popped one in, I'm really sorry with my new system, I'm not seeing it. So if you can please repeat yourself. You're so welcome, Faith. No problem. Can you pop that in for me, please? If you'd like a general one, Dorella, let me know. You guys have been awesome today. Thank you so much for your patience. I really, really appreciate it. Next week, it's going to be much better. Well, I'm not going to make promises, but we're going to hope that it's much better. All right. Okay, thank you, Dorella. What do we see for love in November for you? Let's have a look. I can't believe it's already November. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Is time going fast for anyone else, or is it just me? Maybe because I'm old. It's definitely flown this year, hasn't it? Okay. Yes, thanks, Dorella. What's coming in love for you in November? Hopefully good things. All right. So cutting the cards allows me to spread the energy through them. Okay. So we have the Chariot, and the Chariot is about journeys. So I wonder whether you're doing a bit of traveling back and forth in November, Dorella. So I feel like there is a bit of a journey coming up for you. Oh, thank you, Dorella. That's lovely of you to say. So I do feel it today a little bit, but no, I agree. We're as old as we feel, really, aren't we? So the Chariot is saying that there is journeys coming up for you in November. So I don't know whether you've got to travel back and forth a little bit, or whether there's some kind of pre-planned journey on the cards for you. But I feel like there is something definitely coming up for you there. Now, I feel like I've got the Nine of Wands in the middle, which is talking about healing. And it's talking about you being able to step aside from a situation and really, really start to look to the future. I do think that there is a female in the future there, and I feel like there's a connection to that. And I wonder if there's a person that you're that you like, or that you're connected to, that has another woman around that person. And I think that that's a little bit of Stark energy there, but I feel like you're actually moving on. I feel like for you, November's going to be about moving forward and trying to let go of things that aren't serving you. And I really feel that that's going to be a positive thing. So the Queen of Wands in the future is saying that perhaps that's your energy as well. And I feel like you're wanting to become more independent within yourself in terms of your own feelings and not be drawn to others' energy. And I feel like perhaps energy from a past relationship or someone that you were connected to or that you had feelings for is starting to wear you out, because I feel like that it's just not moving anywhere with this person. So I feel like the energy connection with another person is mainly to do with a journey, with you going on a trip somewhere. And I feel like that's going to be a really positive thing. But I do feel that you're also worn out. I feel like there's energy of exhaustion. So the Nine of Wands is all about, you know, feeling like you're a bit broken, a bit battered, but you're not, a bit battered, a bit bruised, but you're not broken, but you are just exhausted. Okay. Yes, you're moving on. Love it. And releasing that energy. And I wonder whether there is another woman involved here, or whether there's another female involved here. In this situation, or whether your previous partner has moved on in a relationship, because I feel that that's sitting there, and I think that that is a something that you're letting go of and you're healing from. But I feel like you're also looking at the future in terms of your energy and what you want to do. So I would actually go on a trip if you've got that planned, or plan a trip if you haven't planned one, even if it's little journeys back and forth. I feel like it's going to be a really positive month for you. I feel like you're actually, yes, you're exhausted, yes, it's burnt you out, yes, it's made you tired, but there's only positive things to come here. But I feel like in terms of love, I don't think the timing of this month is going to bring anything to the fore yet. But I feel like it's also time for you to just be able to get that closure, to move on and be able to go to the next one. Okay, I feel like maybe he will have somebody this month. He might connect with somebody, and that might bring a little bit of heartache and pain your way, not in a bad way, but just in, okay, you have someone you want in your life. I don't think it's going to manifest this month, Dorella. I'm not saying in a negative way. I just feel like it's going to take some time. And so you need to give it time. So I would pull back your energy, but I also feel like he's going to connect with somebody as well. And I think that the Nine of Wands is saying you'll be okay with that, because obviously you're finished, you're over. But I feel like it's also going to make you feel a little bit like just that exhaustion, just that weariness that brings things back from the past again. But your connection with this other person, give it time. All right, give it time. Don't try to rush things. I feel like time's already, as we just said, going really, really quickly. But the Chariot is saying that are you planning on a trip this month, or are you planning on traveling back and forth, even little trips for work and things like that? Because I think that there may be those little journeys that you've got to do, and life's really chaotic for you at the moment. So it's going to be really hard for you to focus on that connection this month. I feel like it'll probably take a little bit longer. But that's not to say that it's going to be bad, that takes that bit of time, but it is just going to take that little bit longer. I hope that's helped you, but I do feel that you've got little trips to do. You've got little things you've got to go on with, but give it more time, more healing for yourself, and I think things will get better from there. I hope that's helped, Dorella. Thanks for being here. Okay, everybody, thanks for being with me today. It's been wonderful to connect with you all. And I really look forward to jumping on next week and hoping that my tech issues have resolved themselves. I really appreciate all your patience. And if I didn't get to you, I would love to be able to connect with you next week. Or if you pop in a comment, if you're on Facebook, please pop in comments, and I will try to do a recording for you and pop those up with some readings for some people tomorrow or sometime during the week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your